Good evening, my name is Robert and I try things. On Thursdays I try whatever game or games are free from the Epic Games Store. This week we have Sunless Skies Sovereign Edition, which is you're piloting a cosmic flying locomotive through space and completing, what's it called? Atmospheric, dramatic RPG story things and space battles. I don't know, it looks weird. Here's Lily, exclamation mark, kitty in chat to count the number of times the cats have shown up on stream. Lily is about 9. Yeah, that's my bourbon bottle, Lily. Happy Thursday, happy almost Friday. Eric Knight has almost finished his first week at the new job at the old company. And I did some work for the Cat Cafe this week. It was mostly researching things. I didn't actually accomplish very much, but my point, my purpose right now is to be researching and documenting things that we're going to be using in the Cat Cafe or for the Cat Cafe. So that I've collected a lot of information. What are you emailing me about now? I don't need to set all that shit up. I've gotten like 6 notifications. Rubinsky! Good evening, happy Thursday. I've gotten like 6 notifications because I signed into BlueStacks on my computer. It's an Android emulator basically, and so you can play. Yeah, close that. So you can play. Yeah, were you not here when I talked about getting the job at the Cat Cafe? You can't really read that. That says Topeka Cat Cafe. BlueStacks is still around, yes. It's in BlueStacks 10 now at, what is it, now.gg? Yeah. Must have missed it. Okay, well, I got a job at the Cat Cafe that's opening next month. Interesting that you missed that. Got a job there, and they also hired me as an independent contractor to help them do some setup and documentation and research things as far as... Yeah, efficiency consulting. There's some of that I'm doing prior to it opening, and I'll be helping with processes as we go, but like as an employee rather than just, you know, doing that for everybody. Now, an idea that has occurred to me is that, okay, that my talents go beyond just operating the desk at a cat cafe. As far as this efficiency type stuff. And the owners of the Cat Cafe have connections to real estate agents in particular. And so maybe down the road, we can work on something, some kind of collab for, okay, consulting for other small businesses in the area. I would end up being, what's the word? Basically being my own employer. But if I had support support, if I had, you know, people I could look to that have information about how to do that better, that would be helpful. But that's going to be way down the road if it happens at all. How has your week been, Rubinsky? What you been up to? I have been not doing much. Well, no, that's not true. Yeah, yesterday, we had a power outage. There was a big wind and thunderstorm overnight, not last night, but the night before. And power went out for almost all of eastern Kansas at about 4 o'clock in the morning. By 9, like 60% of those people had their power back. And then they were working on the more difficult areas. And we were some of the last people to get power back. We were without power for like 16 hours. Enjoying summer break, got chased out of 2 parks by mosquitoes. Yes, mosquitoes are a thing in Florida. Does Florida have chiggers? I gotta look this up. Yes, Florida has chiggers. Of course. Ask IFAS. What is that? What is IFAS? Oh, it's part of University of Florida. I still don't know what IFAS means, though. What is IFAS? Anyway, they do exist in Florida, unfortunately. I never experienced them while I was there. I definitely experienced mosquitoes, and I had a run-in, I think, with some poison ivy, but I never experienced chiggers while I was there. So I don't know what the deal is around here. I've never experienced chiggers until I got to this house. Also have something else similar to them. Is it oak mites? I think it is what they are, because there are those here also. I've never experienced those. Those fall out of trees instead of climbing up out of the grass. So you have them, you know, coming from both directions. I haven't experienced oak mites because we have maple trees. Can oak mites live in trees other than oaks? Other types of oak trees. Okay, so it still has to be oaks. If that's what you're talking about. I never experienced any of that. The only insect... You didn't have ASL class this week, sadly, but you're making pasta. What kind of pasta? I know you make pasta when you want an easy night, because yes, pasta is easy. You boil and apply sauce and potentially Parmesan. Do I want whiskey or do I want a beer? I think I want a beer, actually. It's a pretty bottle, though, isn't it? It's a blend of cask strength whiskeys, but it's like, I don't know, man. Okay, whatever. Doing an onion garlic oil sauce with a touch of lemon. That sounds nice. Not the last couple of times, but 2 of the last 3 times that I made pasta, I just sauteed some sun-dried tomatoes and garlic in olive oil. Was that all there was to it? Was there any onion in that? Oh, and bacon. Normally, it's supposed to be done with prosciutto, or at least Paige's dad does it with prosciutto, but I don't have any prosciutto, and prosciutto is expensive, and I didn't want to go buy prosciutto, and I just said prosciutto a lot of times. I did it with bacon. I want a beer. Wow, that got hard. Did it have an air leak? Oh, man. Yeah, okay, that's not going to be edible. Lame. Okay. You accidentally have too many onions and you need to find a way to use them. Yeah. Yeah. Especially in Florida, because there's no way to store them outside the fridge, and even in the fridge it has its own problems of storage, and yeah. I do keep mine in the fridge, which is not 100% ideal, but it's better than room temp anywhere in my house. I don't have anywhere that's cool enough to store root vegetables. That's not the fridge. I don't have a root cellar. I would like to have a root cellar, but that would be an expensive endeavor. Solely for roots. You've bought a bag and someone gifted you a bag, so now you have 2 bags of onions. Yeah, that's a lot of onions. You could, now, I have read that caramelized onions, freeze well. So you could caramelize a bag and portion them out and freeze them and have easy umami to add to sauces and soups and whatnot. I've thought about it. Now, I've never really, I say never, I've only tried caramelizing onions once or twice, and I think I got impatient, and they did not caramelize properly. You're not too concerned about finishing the onions, it's more of making dishes in order to purposefully use them. Okay, so you're gonna get through them, it's just, you have to do it purposefully. Gotcha. I'm glad it's warm. I'm glad yesterday was a little bit cooler than normal though, because like I said, we were without power for like 16 hours. From about 4 a.m. to about 7 p.m. So that's 12 plus 3, 15 hours.
And his name is John Cena!
Aaron Knight, just the guy I wanted to talk to. How was your first week in the new job at the old company? Was it all, what's it called? Onboarding and orientation type things that you've already been through 20 years ago? It's butts, but you have a paycheck. Correct. I do not have a paycheck yet. Because like I said, the Cat Cafe doesn't open until next month, and this independent contractor stuff I'm doing, I'm probably not going to get paid for until the Cat Cafe opens, until we get done with this setup type stuff. But hey, you have a paycheck, which probably you haven't received yet, because it's not quite the end of the month. Or the beginning of the month? However that works at your company. At that position. The guy training you showed you how to do something yesterday, and today he had you try it again during a training meeting in front of like 12 other people with no warning. I'm assuming something you weren't already familiar with. Though I assume you're probably a pretty quick learner and you probably pulled it off pretty well. You were extremely unhappy. Make sure... You are the new guy. The old new guy, new old guy, whatever. In that area. So I would say, you know, as a human, you want to tell him, hey, that wasn't cool being put on the spot in front of an audience with something that you're unfamiliar with. Excuse me. At the same time, you don't want to piss off the guy who's training you. However, if the guy training you is more or less the same level, you probably have a little bit more leeway. Like as long as he wasn't a manager. I don't know. So we lost power yesterday for, I guess it was 15 hours. And so I was like, okay, you know, we lost power at 4 and we got up at like 7 and I said, okay, I'm gonna try to get the generator started. Never had to actually use the generator for the purpose that which we bought it, which was keeping the fridge and freezer running when we're without power. You think you diplomatically got across that you would appreciate warning in the future. Yeah, and more than one instance of showing it to you. So I tried to start the generator and it would not start. No surprise. Not surprising at all because the gas that's in it, or had been in it, had sat there for at least 2 years, if not longer. I think we moved it from the old house and I don't think I ever put any different gas in it. So that's 3 years. And gas goes bad. I never really believed that it did, but apparently it actually does. So I had to drain it, which the only way to drain it without, you know, turning the whole thing upside down, and this thing weighs like 80 pounds, I'm not going to be able to turn it upside down, is to, there's a small screw in the carburetor cup that you can undo the screw and it will drain out of this tiny hole. It's a tiny hole with a tiny little fuel line feeding it. So it took like an hour and a half or more to drain the roughly 2 gallons that were in there. And then I had to get some carburetor cleaner to spray in there, and I got some fuel stabilizer and some fresh gas, and it started up with only a minor amount of difficulty. No. I know better than to siphon gasoline Also, I'm not even sure I have a hose where I'd be able to do that. But no, it has an operation. It has a what's it called? A thing specifically for draining it. And I looked it up and I found that and I did it. I'm not dumb. I don't think. Oh. I'm not... What's the word? I'm not so dumb I'm gonna accidentally kill myself, probably. That would be a very trailer dweller injury there. I have never in my life for more than a summer lived in a trailer. And that was more like a vacation home than like living in a trailer. And by trailer, I mean like it was a single wide with like 3 slide outs or something that had to be moved with like a heavy duty truck. Although I guess that counts as a trailer. A lot of people in trailer parks live in like single wide semi-permanents rather than just, you know, your average Airstream. Anyway, but yeah, that was at a resort in Arizona that I grew up going to. Anyway, no, I've never siphoned gas. I know gas is like gonna kill you. Yeah. So the gas went bad and I did it and it ran and it ran and it ran and it ran. I don't know how much is left in there, but there is some left and it ran for like 7 hours. And it ran both the fridge and the upright freezer. So, you know, I've got a 5-gallon gas can that I need to get some more stabilizer and some more gas into to store it. And potentially redrain. No, what I'm going to do is instead of draining the generator, I'm going to start it more often. I'm going to run it and actually use it like I'm supposed to and, you know, make sure it's running seasonally or every other month, I think I'm going to call it, and adds in 1 minute. And that way it's not going to be such an endeavor to get it running next time, because next time I might not have the ability to go and get gas and carburetor cleaner. Although this carburetor cleaner is going to sit there in this like 12-ounce can forever. You use less than an ounce squirting the carburetor for like half a second to clean the varnish that gas breaks down into and coats it with, apparently. Yeah. I have a reminder now in my Google Calendar to go do that. Where was I? But, so there were like 41,000 people without power at one point, and then by 60% of those people had power, and then by like 5, there were like 3,000 people left without power, and most of them were in Topeka, and they said be prepared for it potentially to take until Thursday morning. I was like, I don't want to sleep when it's hot. But finally at like 7 o'clock we got power again, and it was good. And now what? There were branches down all over the place. I saw some entire trees knocked over, one of which was completely dead and had been for a while and took out part of somebody's fence. One of them is a tree that had fallen over at one point and then started growing again in 2 places, and then one of those fell over again. I don't know if it's gonna survive this one. We'll see if that one survives it. Time will tell. And probably a serious amount of time. But it was dumb that, like, you know, there's our block, and then I think it was a street or 2 in either direction, according to the outage map, that didn't have power. And then you leave our block and you get out to the main street, power at the stoplight, power down the road, power at all the businesses. There was power at the grocery store, at the gas station. But no, the 154 people in this one area, or houses in this one area, didn't have power. The funny thing, Paige and I went walking last night, as we are getting in the habit to do. We walk 3 laps around our block, which is about 1.5 miles, and we're trying to add a lap every 2 weeks so that she can get up to basically the same distance that I do, so that she can build up her stamina. But across the street was somebody's generator still running after everybody had power back. And so I knocked on their door and I said, want to make sure you're aware that your generator is still running even though the power's back. He's like, yeah, it's actually not our generator. It's Cox's generator, and it's running the Cox box. And if we turn the generator off, we don't have any more internet. So the Cox guys said leave it running. Number one, why do you still have Cox when AT&T Fiber is still an option? It's cheaper and more reliable and better in every way. And number two, that's really funny to say Cox box. Anyway, I didn't say either of those things to him. I said, okay, I just wanted to make sure you weren't burning gas you didn't need to. Because, what did somebody call it on Tumblr or Twitter one time? Something sauce. Car sauce, I think they called it. Getting expansive. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Hold on. Yeah, they call it car sauce. Car sauce. Come on, Twitter. Stop being stupid. Excuse me. Yeah, there it is. Car sauce getting expansive. Ugh. Excuse me. Okay. So, aside from being put on the spot at night, how has everything else been going? Has it been... Oh, wait. I didn't see that line. Okay. That too. Basically, he made a snap decision. He wanted you to do the thing again today while it was fresh in your brain, but the afternoon deploy he was going to have you do got canceled. So he was like, okay, we'll just have him do it in the morning training deploy instead at the last second. I mean, there are always mitigating circumstances, but people need to understand that, you know, you want to do your best not to treat somebody like that. You want to be kind to people. And if you're not kind, I'm going to be unkind to you. Not really. So, I hope I'm not giving away company secrets here. I haven't been like sworn to secrecy or signed an NDA about anything. We're working with some smaller rescues and shelters at the Cat Cafe for sourcing our cats, because the really big one in town says we want you to direct your resources to smaller rescues that don't need, or excuse me, that need the resources that you have to help them get their cats adopted and the fees and everything, because we're doing fine. We have huge grants, we have lots of sponsors, we have lots of donations. We're okay. Direct your resources elsewhere. And so we're working with these two smaller, one's a kitten rescue and one is a humane society in another county. And the way some things have to operate is a little bit complicated. I'm actually not even sure where I was going with this. What was my original point here? Right. Okay, so we're in a couple of capacities gonna need some SOPs and some not directives, criteria for approving and not approving certain things. And I want these things to be you know, taken care of and set up beforehand and ironclad and written down and displayed, if at all possible, for us as employees to point to and say, those are the rules. I don't make the rules. I'm not in charge of them. I can't change them. I can't subvert them. I can't make exceptions for them. Those are the rules. And if you can't abide by those, there's nothing I can do about it. You got to go. And so that's one of my personal primary objectives with some of the setup stuff for the Cat Cafe that I'm working with the owners on. And then there's going to be certain retail things that we need systems for and whatnot. But I really, really want to have protection, basically, for the frontline people that are going to be interacting directly with visitors and the public and people that want to adopt cats and people that want to drop cats off and whatever. I want to have protection for and you know, pre-provided answers to questions so that they don't have to go, I'm not sure, or let me figure that out, or make a decision themselves. What are we hearing you out about, Rubinsky? I have become a very strong, not proponent. That's a good word, but it's not the word I'm looking for. I want to hear other people's angles and perspectives. Mostly because Paige's perspective it comes at it from a completely different angle than I do, but it's a lot of times way more efficient. Catnip Cafe. It's a coffee shop, quote unquote, so both the customers and the cats are not my decision to make. I suppose I'll pass it along to them, but a lot of those kinds of decisions have already been made. In fact, to begin with, the cafe part is going to be packaged food and drink that we're selling in retail. We're not going to have any kind of facility to make our own coffee or baked goods or anything like that. The focus is going to be on the cats. Any retail is going to be secondary streams of income, but the focus is going to be the cats. And spending time with them and selling time in the room with them, and then getting them adopted is the very, very close second motivator there. So yeah, I'm helping with the website, helping getting some things filtered and figure out, some things structure-wise and laid out and whatever. But we'll figure that out later. The site is not live yet because we still need to figure some of these things out. Excuse me. There's an Indiegogo campaign, or there was an Indiegogo campaign that has ended. Otherwise, I would direct you to that. But if you feel like it, you could pre-order a t-shirt or a tote bag, or what was the other thing? A sweater. I don't know if it's a pullover or a zipper, but I'm pretty sure it's a hoodie. Maybe it's not a hoodie. But you can order those things if you want to, and I can get you guys a link to that if you feel like it, for Topeka Cat Cafe that you're never actually going to visit. You can buy one of those. Also, Kansas does not have recreational marijuana yet. It's only a matter of time because, hold on, which direction is which? That's north. Okay, so Missouri and Colorado already have recreational marijuana. Colorado was like the first, right? What was the first state to legalize recreational marijuana? I can't type. It was Colorado. Okay. And I think I got there like the year they did. It was interesting. I've told that story about how I was moving back from Colorado and got stopped for speeding in North Texas, and the officer's like, "You got any weed in your vehicle?" And I was like, "No." He's like, "We're like keeping an eye on it because that's the direction coming from Colorado, and your vehicle smells really strongly of weed." I'm like, "I have no idea why." And he says, "Did you have friends or anybody that you hung out with that smoked weed that would make your stuff smell like weed?" And like, I completely drew a blank on the fact that I had this roommate who smoked a lot of weed. And I was like, no, I don't know anybody. So he's like, "Okay, I got to search your vehicle because I'm smelling it." And I'm like, "Okay, fine. There's nothing in there." You look around. And then in the middle of his search, I recalled said roommate. And I'm sure that sounded really suspicious to him, but there was nothing to find. I've never smoked weed in my life, let alone trying to move it across state lines. Yeah. That was a fun experience. But yeah, it's only a matter of time. We got Missouri and Colorado. We're sandwiched. I don't know about Oklahoma or Nebraska's status. Oh. There's no G in marijuana. Recreational is not in Oklahoma, but medical is. Nebraska is one of only 3 states, Idaho and Kansas are the others, where marijuana and all cannabis products, including CBD products, are illegal. And Nebraska legislators have shown little interest in changing course. Gotcha. Huh. So does that mean medical marijuana is legal in 47 states and one of those 3 states is where it's not is Kansas. That's interesting because Kansas is purple. It's not, you know, staunchly Republican or, you know, really liberal. I think we've got like several Republican officers, like what's his name, the Attorney General and the Secretary. But then the governor is liberal. And I think it's a mixed bag in the legislature. I think both of our U.S. senators are Republican. I don't know about Congress people. But actually, I've got friends that are running for state House, I think, and then U.S. House, or is it U.S. Senate, that are libertarians. And, like, I don't agree with everything they say, but, like, better than some of the people in Congress. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know where I'm going with all this. While power was out yesterday, I decided, you know what, I'm going to try to play a game on my phone. I don't often play games on my phone, but I got Bloons Tower Defense 6 several years ago. I think with the money from the Google Opinion Rewards. So it was technically free. By the way, if you guys do Google Opinion Rewards, I earn something along the lines of $3.50 a month for lying to Google. So that pays for $2, the Google One, the 100 gig version of Google One, the storage, and a couple of other things. Aaron Knight, did you ever hear about Google One having an option for a VPN? Smart? Yes, very smart. Google is paying me to lie to them and giving me their product for free to lie to them. Anyway, Aaron Knight, did you hear about Google One's, what's it called? VPN? I think they only did it for a brief time last year. You thought the VPN is ending though? Yeah, that's what I mean. It's over, it's done, it's gone. But I don't know why they thought that would pass. I really don't know why they thought that would pass, because anybody who's using a VPN is gonna be like, Google VPN? That's as bad as Facebook VPN. or US government VPN. Did you hear about the Google One VPN offering sometime last year? Don't forget about Google and social media. You were out in your kitchen. Yeah, did you hear about the Google VPN offering? Okay. Well, I laughed my ass off when I heard about it, because anybody who's using a VPN is going to know that Google is the last company you want to be providing your VPN. You use VPNs to hide from companies like Google. Oh, God, it was such a stupid idea. Watch Facebook do it now, too. And I bet there are going to be a lot of people that do it, too, because it's Facebook. Or Meta. Yeah, that would be as bad as Facebook VPN or US government VPN. Using a Google VPN is like asking the Boston Strangler to massage your neck. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, boy. Yeah, that was really funny to think about. A nice memory. Okay, I think I'm ready to try this game. At needle poke time. Okay. I hope the kitty is gentle with you. Okay, let's try the game. Let me make sure my category is correct. I'll leave the music going for a little bit. Am I going to be able to use a controller? Fail better games. Fail better. I'm not seeing, although it could be that I'm not in the window. Okay. Not seeing controller support. Let me glance in options. Controls. X input gamepad. Use gamepad. There we go. Okay, there we go. No, I didn't want credits. All right. That was fairly painless. It wasn't automatic, but fairly painless. Legacy campaign. If you die, you can only continue with a new captain. Or a merciful campaign. If you die, you can reload or continue with a new captain. I'm going to be merciful. I'm going to be easy. I have no idea what the difference is in starting with a new captain or not. I'll do gentle. Enemy projectile speed. I'll do significantly slower. I'm going to make this as easy on myself as I can because I'm going to suck at it. Yeah, no, I'm going to make this as easy as I can on myself, except for the aiming. I'm going to attempt to do that a little bit harder. Log of Her Majesty's locomotive, the Orphean, March 14, 1905. Our expedition to the domains of the dead has been eventful. The Orphean is damaged and in grievous need of repairs and supplies. We are returning in haste to the Reach, where I hope to make port at New Winchester. May God be with us for 1,000 deaths wait in the sky. Final entry of Captain Amelia Charity Whitlock, GCM, written shortly before her death. Hydrate or dihydrate, I don't have any water. You guys hydrate. I just can't. That's loud. So, steampunk dubstep. Gotcha. Okay. Excuse me, it appears I just came through this transit relay. A for thrust. Okay, and I have to hold it continuously. B to brake, left stick to steer. You have returned to the Reach, an untamed, sunless span of the heavens, London's new frontier, a celestial garden run wild. Dodge left. That's not working. Okay, the controls are screwing up. No. According to this, and according to the directions in the tutorial that I'm getting, strafing, dodging, is supposed to be with the bumpers. But they're opening... What even are they opening? They're opening the back menu, which is what now? They're opening the chart. Why are the bumpers opening the chart? Okay, so in order to dodge, I'm going to have to deal with pressing it twice because... Okay. Your journey back from the Blue Kingdom was tumultuous. Your locomotive is damaged and Captain Whitlock badly wounded. As first officer, the crew look to you. The nearest station is New Winchester. Can you get the Orphean there safely? Toggle cruise control. Is this loot or... Okay. Much to the relief of your stokers, you find a barrel of fuel among the detritus. A wreck drifts here, less fortunate than you, even than you. We should scavenge her for repairs, a crewman suggests. Scavenge, okay. The wreck hangs in the sky, pocked with recent gunfire. You and the boarding party don your sky suits, garments of waxed canvas lined with felt to protect against the cold of the sky. Two of the crew are whispering as they dress. What business did Captain Whitlock have in the Blue Kingdom anyway? Why the devil did we trespass on the districts of the dead? You silence him. Now's not the time. Leap across to the wreck. The gap between the two engines isn't wide, but the endless fathoms of heaven gape beneath it. You jump. Your stomach lurches with vertigo as the stars blaze above you and below. The air of the heavens is thin and torn by unpredictable winds. Then your boots hit the running board of the Ozymandias and your leather-gloved hands fumble for a hold. One of your companions throws you a line and you lash the two engines together. Only then do the rest of the boarding party follow you. One of them forces open exterior hatch and you clamber inside. Oh, yay, choices. She was not well behaved, but it was more in a she was so squirmy she didn't get the full shot more than you got bit. You got bit repeatedly yesterday, though. I think I've asked about this. Does holding the scruff of her neck help? You could also theoretically get her wrapped up in a towel if you're able to do that. I don't know if that would be more work and be more likely to get you bit. I don't know. Do I want to... Okay, her interior is cold, unlit, and whistles with wind. Your party's lamps spread buttery lights over the narrow paneled passages. You make your way towards the hold, stepping over bodies crumpled in the corridor. Unfortunately, your way is blocked. A bulkhead has been mangled inward by a well-aimed barrage. Excuse me. Iron or Vale's skill. Do I want to use brute force? Or do I want to go outside and climb past the blockage and enter through a window on the far side? Veil is the skill of deceiving and evading. Iron is the skill of confronting and overcoming. You need an extra hand or two. It's difficult holding her scruff and also pinching the skin for the injection, and also doing the injection. Yeah. Might try the towel thing, but you have to leave enough of her uncovered to give it. Yeah. Yeah. Cats are rough that way. I don't know. My typical gameplay style is, okay, I want to try to sneak around. But let's try the brute force way. Success! As you strain against the stubborn steel, you remember an event from a year ago. A boiler explosion had trapped an engineer under a tangle of plating and pipework. The captain was the first on the scene. You were the second. Together you managed to pry the wreckage upwards enough for you to crawl beneath it while the captain braced the bar across her back. By all means, take your time, she grunted as you dragged the engineer out. Back in the present, the twisted bulkhead yields. Your companions clear the exposed rubble away. The way is clear. You've reached the Ozymandias' hold, a ruin of smashed cargo and spilled supplies. Hopefully, somewhere amidst the detritus, you can find parts to repair the Orphean and restock your stores. Conduct a thorough search. Your companions work quickly. The Ozymandias' hull has begun to creak. Your actions on board may have compromised its integrity. Yay! You find enough food and gear to restock your supplies and enough spare parts to make necessary repairs to the Orphean. The food will need to be thoroughly thawed, of course, but you've eaten worse in the skies. Oh ho, cries one of your party, prying the lid off a long crate. It holds a cannon, still nestled in straw. Another crewman pulls a battered bird cage from a pile of ruined cargo. Within the cage, something winged and furred opens a sullen eye. You examine your finds. I've got 4 supplies and 15 hull. The Ozymandias emits a long, shuddering jerk. Your boarding party exchange nervous glances. From the chaos of its hold, you've retrieved repairs and supplies and discovered some useful equipment, a gun that could be mounted on your locomotive, and an educated bat. Do I want to mount the cannon, or do I want to liberate the bat and employ it as a scout? Oh, I can do both. Or I can return to the Orphean because it's too dangerous to take. Nope, let's do both. The bat treats its rescue as an inconvenience and immediately begins haggling over pay. You offer to put it back in its damn cage and leave it in the Ozymandias, at which point it becomes more polite. You doubt it will last. Let's do the cannon. The Cotterell and Hathersage Jerusalem fire single shells to a good range, more or less accurately. You order 2 of your party to get it back to your vessel and fit it immediately. The Ozymandias groans again. The structure shudders spasmodically. Do I want to press on, or do I want to return to the Orphean? This is not without risk. Let's press on. Why not? What's the harm? The wreck of the Ozymandias screeches as its metal buckles and tears. You press on through the shuddering corridors, searching frantically for the engine room. Do I want to send a smaller party ahead to retrieve fuel, or go myself and conduct a hasty search? Okay, 50% chance of success either way. I'm gonna do the bottom one. Success! The wreck's engines are choked with old ash. You search swiftly, aware of every creak in the bulkhead, every tremble that runs through the dead locomotive. Finding several sacks of coal, you drag them to an exterior hatch and fling them across to the Orphean before leaping after them. Unshackling your locomotive from the Ozymandias, you stoke your engines, and steam away, restocked, refueled, repaired, and rearmed. Radio menu. Oh, okay, and I use the same stick. Okay. What about the chart? Press right stick to send out your scout. Costs supplies. Or right D-pad. Primary fire, left trigger. Okay. Your scout has discovered something. To see what it is, open your chart. Okay. What did it discover? Something over here to the right. The Blue Kingdom... No. Okay, the walls of the captain's cabin are lined with a hodgepodge of curios from across the sky. Captain Whitlock lies in bed. Black marks cover her skin like a monstrous brand. When she coughs, coils of acrid smoke pour from her lungs. Do I inquire after her injuries or approach the bedside? Yeah, let's just go talk to her. I know she's in bad shape. Her mouth is blistered from the blue fires that dance on her tongue. Her hand grips your arm. Her skin's as hot as a kettle. Made arrangements. The Orphean will be yours. Her voice is just a rasp of burned meat breath. But promise, she breaks off to scream a word in a language that was not made for human mouths. When she resumes speaking English, she's weaker. Her request a little more than a gasp. Promise me one last service. Promise. She's not going to be able to answer any of those other things. She sinks back relieved. All in my will, she gasps. Be a better. She breaks off as the sigils burned into her bones flare, glowing cherry red through her flesh and skin. Better captain than I. The effort exhausts her. She sinks back into the scorched pillows in a twisting, frantic fever. The walls of the captain... Okay, take your leave. You leave the cabin and the scorched stink of its air behind and return to the bridge. New Winchester is further than you'd like, and the captain hasn't long left. Backward. Nope. Hold on. We're gonna go investigate what the scout found. Or no, it's this way. Nope, not that way. Is it on the other side of the bridge? Can I zoom in? It looks like it might be on the other side of the bridge. Oh, it's gonna be combat. Loot! The Reach Marauder is defeated. You prepare to board the buckled wreckage, poised to plunder the plunderers. Behind you, someone's humming a song of victory. Do I want valuables or do I want repairs? That's valuables. Your boarding party returns with wallets and watches, cufflinks, lockets, and keepsakes. You store them in the safe to be pawned if you make it back to port. What is this a port? New Winchester! You coast into the bustle, the din, the soot, and the steam of Wolvesey Station. It's clogged with other engines, scrappy mining locomotives from Lustrum Way, weathered explorers gleaming with frost, sleek company vessels with bright brass fittings. No sooner have you pulled into the sidings than the brusque station master bustles over. He requests to come aboard. I must speak with your captain, he insists, brandishing a ledger. The usual formalities. All right, Doctor. I am the new captain, apparently. The crew exchange bleak, wordless looks. The Orpheum itself feels suddenly more empty. The station master looks confused. You inform him that unfortunately Captain Whitlock has just passed. Ah, he says neutrally. Sorry to hear that. Very sad, very sad. He waits for what he considers an appropriate minute and a half before continuing. Alas, even amidst tragedy, the cogs of bureaucracy must turn. If Captain Whitlock is deceased, the station authority require their answers from the first officer. He dons a set of spectacles and locates his pen. I will be relatively painless. Name, background, purpose of visit, etc. Shall we begin? Sure. Okay, so I'm creating my character. High veils, high iron, high heart, high mirrors, high hearts, high iron. I think I like mirrors. I'll be an academic. And yeah, I'll be practical. Am I after money? Am I after... How do I gather stories of your exploits? Demanding ambition. Best played by a lineage that has already completed wealth or fame. Okay, let's do the easiest one. Well, let's just collect money. Okay. Can I change my gender? We'll do captain. And shore is fine, but why can't I go back up, damn it? Okay, the way that the gamepad controls work, I am stuck with this appearance. Fine. Oh, wait, no. Okay, hold on. No, I want my... Damn it. It's an academic, practical sciences, well. Okay. Let's do a bunch of random avatars till we find something we like. A man bun. There was one near the beginning that I kind of liked. That'll work. Well, I'm comrade now. Okay. Okay. Don't let terror teach, too. The reading of the will. 3 weeks have passed. This morning, Captain Whitlock received a simple memorial service. Her body was consigned to a necropolis train bound for the serene mausoleum. Now you sit with a handful of her relatives in the threadbare offices of her solicitors. A methodical notary is reading the will. The captain was wealthy once, but squandered her capital on mysterious expenses before her expedition to the Blue Kingdom. The captain's relatives, from whom she was mostly estranged, are clearly wondering why I'm here. In a final codicil, the notary announces, Captain Whitlock confirmed that possession of the Orphean was to pass to its first officer. He appears at you with dry, gray eyes. This includes a certain black box contained in the Orphean's hold. Captain Whitlock's final request was that, at a time of your choosing, you transport said box to an address in London. He hands you an address card and deposit there. Transport said address box to an address in London. He hands you an address card and deposit it there. You are not to look inside. She gave no explanation. And that's it. You're captain now. The Orphean is yours. I can investigate the black box at New Winchester. I could take it to London as requested, or I could sell it and be done. I've been bequeathed a large black box which once belonged to Captain Whitlock. You've gained 100 sovereigns. New total 129. Of course, for story, I gotta take it to London. Okay, all this reading, it's not very stream friendly, is it? Not very stream friendly. Or, yeah, not very stream friendly. That's for lore whores. That's for people like Errant Knight. Unfortunately. Which, it wasn't an uninteresting story. I will say that. It's just, it's not stream friendly. No one wants to hear me read all this stuff. I am not a reading stream. Also, it hurts my throat. I get tired of reading aloud fairly quickly. Hey, there's my wireless mouse. So I found out, so I got Dragon Age 2 for $3. And I was like, you know, I liked Dragon Age Inquisition, which is Dragon Age 3. I thought it was 4, but it's actually 3. 4 is coming out later this year or sometime next year. Anyway, and I liked it okay. I've played it at least twice. Excuse me. It's fairly linear, but it's not bad. Excuse me. I like the BioWare mechanic of building your team and getting to know them and working on the relationships and the companionship quests and whatnot. So I was like, okay, I'll try Dragon Age 2, get to know Hawk, the hero of Kirkwall, and figure out why Cassandra wants him so badly. And it turns out you could be a male or female hero of Kirkwall, which is cool. Or and so I started it. I went through the character creator. I got a bunch of texture mods that's supposed to help it look better. Cassandra has the same voice in 2 and 3, I think. It sounds a lot like the same character I know from 3. And I got started playing, and it turns out, number one, you can't use a controller. There's no controller support for Dragon Age 2, at least the PC version. Maybe if I had gotten it on a console, I could use a controller. Is it even available on console? Ads in 15 seconds. Let's see. Is Dragon Age 2 on console? Hi, James. Exclamation mark kitty in chat to count the number of times the cats have shown up on stream. Yeah, it is available on consoles. So I don't know why I can't use a controller. It's kind of dumb. But, well, the targeting is difficult. And I feel like that would be hard to do on, with a controller also. So, the movement in Dragon Age 2 is uncomfortable. So typically you use your WASD to go forward, backward, left, and right. And then you use your mouse to turn the camera. Unfortunately, with Dragon Age 2, and I don't know what it's like in Origins, but in 2, you move forward and back with W and S, but instead of like strafing left and right, the camera rotates left and right, and then you can either move forward or backward relative to the camera, and then you like target and attack and do things with the mouse, and that was not pleasant. It will take some getting used to if I am to play Dragon Age in actuality. I made it through the first battle that Varric was talking about, and Cassandra's like, no, go all the way back. And so I created my character, and we're running from the Darkspawn in the middle of the Blight. And that's as far as I got. It was the very first little... No, I was just got started moving. I had not actually fought anything in the actual story yet. And I just had to quit because, like, it's such a weird movement scheme. James, you're doing just like Lily, throwing the end of your tail in my face. Buddy, I love you, and I know you want attention, but I can't give it to you right now. I'm streaming. I'm talking to Rubinsky and Aaron Knight. You're so cute, though. You're such a cute little man. Big man, honestly. You're like 15, 16 pounds. You're a large kitty. Although, a lot of people have much larger kitties. Now, my understanding for quadrupedal animals, although, never mind, for pets, is that the larger they are, the more problems they're going to have as they get older. So, I'm okay with you not being absolutely giant. You're big, but you're not absolutely giant. Isn't he a handsome boy, though? Are you going to look right at the camera, maybe? No? Okay, you don't understand why I'm trying to get you to look. That's fine. So, it's about how big... That's about how big Rumble is? Yeah. He's a large boy, but he's not the largest, which I don't know if I would want the distinction of him being extra, extra large. When he was younger, about 2 years old, well, when they were babies, we free-fed them. We left food out all the time, and they could eat whenever they wanted to. And by the time he was about 2 years old, he went to the vet, and the doctor said, yeah, he's overweight. If he gains too much more weight, he's going to be at risk for type 2 diabetes. So he needs to go on a diet. And so he's been, getting portioned food ever since then. And now he's down to like 15 pounds, which is way more healthy for him. Lily is about 11, 12 pounds, and Charlie is about 10, 11. And I feel like Charlie's maybe because he's younger, but also, no, he's 3 years old now. You don't want that, says the guy with a cat with type 2 diabetes. The skinny one got it. I mean, yeah, it just goes to show that weight is not the only factor. But yeah, insulin resistance and screwing with the pancreas and whatnot is not necessarily... Phoebe weighs like 6 pounds. Wow. And that's a lot of struggle out of a small cat, a really small cat. It's a really small cat. Well, no, it's a fairly small cat. It's on the small end of the spectrum. Have you heard of Francis, the dwarf cat? He weighs like 3 or 4 pounds. She's a tiny fuzzy ball of hate. Poor thing. What's her color pattern like? Is she a tortoiseshell? I hear they're full of hate. Who is streaming? Johnny. Johnny is streaming, and so is Eric. Artsy Pops. Used to be Artsy Mon. She's a tuxedo. I haven't heard any such personality type things about tuxedos. Now, colors dictating personalities is iffy at best. It's anecdotal, is what I would say at best. I doubt that there is real statistical trend towards certain color patterns having certain personality aspects. And especially if the statistics are like self-reported, that's a lot of human error. So now I did learn that most tortoiseshells, because of the way it's structured genetically, calicos. Most calico patterns, because of the way it's structured genetically, are female. It's very, very rare to find a male calico. So that is a genetic, like, real life thing. But the personalities based on color is, to me, from my understanding, just anecdotal. Like, Charlie's orange, and yeah, he acts like an orange cat, but I feel like he just acts like a young cat, which he's an adult, but he's a young adult. He's only 3. Which in cat years is something like 21, which is, barely out of adolescence. In fact, for some people, it's right in the middle of adolescence. Yeah. So that game, it had potential to be interesting. The story especially had potential to be interesting. But it just throws so much text at you right at the beginning, so much exposition, that it's not stream friendly is the primary complaint that I have about it. And I, already not a fan of what's it called? Like top down submarine style combat, which there was one little, I fired 4 rounds at that one locomotive, and yeah, I don't know. It's I don't know. It's not for stream for sure, and it's probably not for me either. I'll go ahead and just go uninstall it, but I'm glad I tried it. It was not as contrived and unfun as I thought it would be. But what I'll probably do now is Fallout 4. I'm back on my BS. Unless I want to play Bloons. Do I want to play Bloons? Or do I want to play Fallout? I've spent like 3 days, 4 days, trying to get Fallout mods to look and act the way I want them to. I've more or less gotten there. I might add some mods for like quests and stories, and maybe some followers, because I don't have very many of those. Let me get my categories sorted here. Animation, to clothing, companions. So I've got one. I've actually only added one companion, this Ellen the cartographer. So I definitely need to add some more companions. Do I have any story or quest companions? I added some where there's different dynamics between the factions at the end, where I can like take over the Institute but not have to destroy everybody else. The Institute working with the railroad, and no more since slavery and recovery and whatnot. And then also the Minutemen men being more powerful, and something to do with the Brotherhood. I can't remember. I got rid of the damn Dead Raider and the mutt outside of Sanctuary across the bridge. Lots of models and textures. I added some AI redoing. Overhauls now. Oh, I gotta undo that. That's not supposed to be there. Okay. Yeah, deploy. No, deploy. Damn it. Performance, settlements, quests and adventures. There we go. So I added tracking for bobbleheads and magazines. I changed the way that Covenant can end, because that's kind of dumb. There's no peaceful way to end that. That's kind of stupid. Changed the dance dilemma. I can just kill Maxon and take over the Brotherhood and be like, no, you're stupid. He has served the Brotherhood faithfully for years, decades. Minutemen take over Nuka World. Skipping Dima's memories in Far Harbor. I might not even go to Far Harbor this playthrough. I didn't care for Far Harbor. That was an annoying DLC. There we go. Institute Railroad Alliance. Got a settlement / quest mod that adds a train that moves and you can build in. So that should be interesting. And I think that's about it. So yeah, I think I want to add some more mod quests and things like that. Bye, James. But I can do that later, I think. I guess it depends on the mod. Scripting quests you typically want to add to a new file. Okay, in that case, I think I'm going to play Bloons. 6. Okay. Bloons TD 6, because why not? Peace. Oh, it's the summer sale. I don't have any money to spend on it, though, so that's fine. All right, Bloons. Which screen are you going to open on? You're going to open on this one. For once. BlueStacks opens on the screen that I left the previous window on. 3 times, 2 or 3 times, I clicked on something and it opened a new window over here. Okay. 582 megabytes, which is like nothing for a desktop. So what I've been doing is kind of farming some meta I've played before. Google Play, yeah. Sure, I'll add an email. Let me drag this over in case it messes with my, or I mean it shows you my password. Okay. Alrighty. So I've been farming some meta towers, but also very slowly progressing through maps. I don't know what this final... I've done hard mode on this first map, haven't I? There's just additional things to modify it, I guess. Done reverse. I've never done apocalypse. I don't know what that means. But so I've done this middle of the road on easy. And then apparently there's new what are they called? Modifications. Okay, so you get the same modifications on each difficulty on each map. So do I want to do primary only? Which ones am I working on? No, I think there are a couple that are outside of primary that I want to try to build up. So I'll do regular medium. So the balloons are going to go this way and then back out. There are no inside corners on this map. All of them are blocked by buildings. So I can't build here or on the inside of these corners or whatever. And the buildings block line of sight for towers. So it makes it slightly more challenging, but I guess I can handle it. So I'm going to throw my hero out here first and just get started with that for 3 or 4 rounds to build up some capital. Why is there no sound? Because I turned it off on my phone, and so it kept those settings. Okay, so I'm going to have to turn this back down on my phone, or just mute my phone, I guess. Such a delay. Okay, so I made it 4 rounds without any... or 4 rounds before any made it past this first section. So now, typically what I do is throw in a glue gunner and try to get to corrosive and the next level up as soon as I can. Slowing them down is good. Popping them with the glue is better. Okay, so now I've got corrosive.
Yeah?
Now I need to add... So the ones that I'm trying to work on are the cannon, and I think the sniper is pretty well done. And the mortar. The mortar is so expensive. And then I also need to place some banana farms so I can get more money to work on these. So I think what I'll do first... Let's see, it's going to around 60, so we're going to get Moabs. So the first thing I really need to do is on mobile, I could place a regular dart monkey here and get it to the Bloons. It's not balloons, it's Bloons. Missing an A and an L. I could place a regular dart monkey here and get it to be the spike-a-pult, and so it would shoot directly down this way and catch anything coming up this way and around this way, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to place that or reach it here. I mean, I guess it's technically the same interface. We'll see. Doesn't help that they cost extra. Have you played this before, Rubinsky? Okay, I can reach it. Cool. Let's get you up to Spike-a-Pult. When it came out, I'm not sure when that was, but it's been a couple of years since I played it too. Who said, oh yeah, was it my hero here? Alright, I need 300. Get to the Spike-a-Pult, and then I can start working on... Am I going to do the cannon, or do I want... mortar? Or do I want to save up for this? Let's see, what round are we on? 9? I think we've got some time to save up. We're going to save up for the banana. While in high school? Wait a minute. How long ago was that? Where you're talking about Bloons 6, this one, not the original Bloons? Because the original Bloons, I think, came out when I was in high school. And how old are you? If you're comfortable telling me. I'll be 35 in, shit, 6 weeks? Maybe it was TD5? Hold on. Uh, 2011. Holy crap, that was 13 years ago. Almost. 12 and a half. It was December. Okay. Wow. Time flies, man. I realized I am twice as old as any high schooler. 25, you're a Taurus, though? Astrology doesn't mean anything to me. Wow, you're 10 years younger than me. Yeah, I never quite registered that. One thing I appreciate about this one is the arrows like ricochet backward and around angles and whatnot. It means you like good food and will say heinous stuff. I mean, I don't think that's dependent on what time of year you were born. Like, my brother likes good food and he'll say heinous stuff, but his birthday was Monday? Yeah, and I don't know what sign that makes him. I feel like people are, you know, shaped by their upbringing, and then they also define their own personalities. It's not something that's controlled by stars. Okay. I just have enough for this, but Bloons are kind of making it through. No, okay. Come on, fit. There it is. I can hold this and it will collect the bananas for me. Come on, guys, you can do it. Oh, right. I need to change the targeting on you. You need to target last so that you'll throw down this way even if things get past you. Okay. There's a... Oh, I gotta upgrade. I gotta do an upgrade for this guy so that he can see camo Bloons, which are coming in 6 rounds. Oh. Regen balloons. Those are not good. Okay. Is that it? Okay. Gonna need lots of money now. Okay. Now I want to... Am I gonna save up for the mortar, or do I want to go ahead and get this one? 2 more extra banana bunches per round. I think I want the mortar first. Can the mortar hit camo? If it doesn't... I don't know. Okay, so you're gonna go here, and I'm gonna set your target to be... Yeah, there's good. That's a good target. There we go. I don't really need the mortar to be, like, very good. I do need it to eventually get this up to where it can break reinforcements off of balloons. You're half distracted rewatching Umbrella Academy, so you can rewatch The Bear. Wait, is The Bear like a sequel to Umbrella Academy? I feel like I'm way off center. My camera move? My desk move? I don't think either one of those happened. Mortars are OP. It kind of depends. What's really OP, or underrated at least, is the glue gunner with the acid. Because I've had glue gunners destroy like 60, 70,000 balloons in a level. Not mortar. Bear's a cooking show. Just it's next. Okay. What's the other rocket one? I know the cannon can get a rocket upgrade. Nope, wrong one. Give me this one. It can get a missile launcher upgrade. A set of missile launcher upgrades. Yeah, that one. I still think I like this one better. I am gonna need, actually, eventually, a sniper as well. Okay. But we're gonna have to save up for the upgrades. Purples. What's special about purples? Like, they move fast, but what else? Okay. Sniper, because line of sight is a thing here. Okay. And we're going to make sure you can see camo, and then we're going to work on this line, because that stops Moabs. I do eventually want to get to bigger globs here, which is not going to take long. Okay, good. I can pop lead. No, stop. Okay. Those regrows, man. The fewer things you can hit, the more that the mortar has to hit. I'll hold off on doing that last upgrade there. So now... what do I want to build next? What do I want to save up for? Right, no, I've got the mortar. Where is... I could do a boomerang and get up to the more glaives. But also, oh, the wizard I kind of need to work on, don't I? I want to get this unpopped army. Okay. Necromancer, you're going to go here. Or, excuse me, wizard. Oh, crap. I didn't get my... There we go. Bananas. That was easy.
Yeah? Nice.
Okay. Bernie stuff. Oh, I can... Ooh, I can unlock the signal flare. That's good. And then I need another 12,000 for this shattering shells. What do you guys have planned for the weekend? Paige's birthday is on Tuesday. We need to figure out something to do for that. But we're kind of constrained. And then Paige's parents are coming on Thursday. So yeah, I might not stream next Thursday, depending on what they're doing. Or well, if they're arriving on Thursday, we're probably not going to really do anything with them. So yeah. There we go. Mo money. Excuse me. Lots of popping. So many popping sounds. What exactly does signal flare do? Camo balloons popped by flares lose their camouflage permanently. Which, this guy is already about to be uncovering them. Although, no, he's not. What are your upgrades? No weekend plans. Probably curling up in a ball. Valid. Understandable. Understandable, my man. I think next I'm going to want another banana farm. Oh, you know what? I need to change your targeting. Strong. Alright, another banana farm. Ooh, I'm getting close to Moabs. And I don't have that sniper upgrade to slow them down. See what we get. I need 3,000. No, I need a lot more than that. Okay, okay. So I'll upgrade these. Alright, hopefully we'll get several thousand in the next few rounds. $5,600.
Incoming!
Yeah, incoming Moab. This is not going well.
Ha!
Oh, did we do it? Oh, we did it. Okay, but I still need this upgrade for later rounds. If I don't reach the 5650 this round. Oh. So close, but I will go ahead and upgrade this also. And that should get me there next round. Hopefully. Nope, not even close. Okay. Alright, I really need that Moab Mauler upgrade. There we go. Maim Moab. That's what I need. Okay. I can just slow them down. The rest of the guys can do their work. There we go. So... need a total of 10,000 XP, so I don't really need to do anything to you. I just need you to keep working. You... yeah, I want to get to here, so I need another 10,000 XP for you too. Fortified ceramic balloons. So that's what we're going after for you, is the fortification. Let's see.
Yes?
There we go. So the Juggernaut can break fortification, I think. Shrapnel do. I don't know. We'll just see what we get. Oh, that's not bad. Okay. What does this cost? Okay, so I don't necessarily need to get to that upgrade in the next 14 rounds. 18, okay, so my next upgrades are going to need to be, well, I'm going to have to place more towers probably. In fact, yeah, let's... okay. Let's see what we get.
Ah.
Nice. Money, money, money! Errant Knight, you should be able to get back into the swing of things before too long. Alright. What do I want to work on next? Let's build another sniper. I don't really need to get into the meta for this. Yeah, first. The point of this style of sniper is to kill all the lower level ones really quickly. That come out of big ones that the other one is slowing down. So this one kills the lower level ones real fast. Let me go ahead and get the shrapnel. And this one slows down the big ones with this here. I don't think I need to upgrade anything else. Yeah, let's do more corrosiveness. The quality of being corrosive is corrosiveness. See, that Moab, it got stopped by this guy. Okay. Probably just gonna end up with a bunch of money at the end of this, which is okay. Better than having more balloons and less money. More balloons at the end of my money. Actually, wasn't there a... no, I got to the upgrade level I wanted to here. What about you? Yeah, I kind of want to get to Ring of Fire for you, so where are we going to put you? Is there space? Let's put you here. Well, you're way more likely to actually hit things here. So yeah, what are the rest of my upgrades here? More tax, even more tax, tax sprayer. I think you can't do more than 2 in more than one channel here. So I did this. So sure, let's unlock that. And you know what? We'll unlock the blades too, just because. Although no, I need 9,500 XP to get the fire. Okay, and I was most of the way there, wasn't I? Okay. Wait. Oh wow, lots of bananas, lots of money.
Incoming!
Incoming! Oh.
Yes? Yes?
Oh, no, I don't need that. I can't even see him at this point because the snipers are taking them out off screen. And the glue gunner. Okay. We're close to being able to this one get the elite defender here, which is additional damage to Moab balloons. So that's what we'll do next. 14,700. Might be able to get there this round.
Is that all you got?
Not quite. There it is. Alright, last 4 rounds. Which I can't even see because they're not making it far enough around. I do wish it would tell me what was coming up in the next round, but it is what it is, I guess. Alright, I should be able to do camo lead. I should. We'll see. Yes. Do you hear all the tink-tink-tinks on the lead ones? Alright, gotta beat the BFB. Anything else? Wanna try getting out here? Let's throw a plane out here for no reason. And okay, so that's just changing its direction. What are your upgrades? Okay, so we'll work on this line here. Yeah, there we go. Ooh, oh yeah, last round, so I get all of the bananas up front. There we go, that was easy, yay! The star was, okay, that sniper, the fast one, defeated almost 25,000 balloons. Okay, let's apply this permanent upgrade here. What did I get? I got an Insta-Monkey. Cool. Got an Insta-Monkey. Yep, I see him. Knowledge, that's what I need to apply. Okay. Yeah, okay. we'll eventually get there with the monkey knowledge. Okay, I think that's enough balloons for on stream for the time being. What's this here? Oh, boss rush. Yeah, no, I don't do bosses. I'm not even high enough level to get these event things. Odyssey? No, that's not the one. No, what was the one where there's a yacht? Yeah, Mr. Beast's yacht. Is that what this is? What? Tap it as many times as I can? Pop the party balloon as many times as you can, and don't worry about losing lives. It is a party after all. I don't... We're supposed to beat 10 Moab class balloons? How does this work? I'm very curious about how this is going to work. Okay, it's a party for Bloons TD 6. Not everyone can make it, but my good friend Scoop decided to show up. Don't judge him for only making an appearance when there's a party. Hey, Patch, what a sweet party. There's Quincy, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Okay. So we've got lots of ins and outs.
Yes?
All right, all right.
Yeah.
So I've got one hero. How much money do I have? 2,200.
You want some? Target.
Okay, okay. So then we're just popping as many balloons as we can. What do they look like? Okay, these guys are going to generate a lot of money. Okay. Pop as many as you can. Okay, so they're all kinds, and lives don't matter. Just pop as many as you can. Gotcha.
Oh, come on.
Wait, these guys aren't generating money? Is that not what's happening? Or they are. I just didn't. Okay. Okay. So this is just gonna go and go. There's not like the end of a round, so I can place and upgrade things just whenever I get the money for them. Okay.
Oh,
Or no, I guess that was the end of the round. Don't worry at all about letting them escape. Okay. Okay, so this is continuous. Okay, just pop as many as you can.
Oh, come on.
So is there any tracking of how many I've popped?
Come on.
I've got some money. So I want to... Alright, if they're all low level, let's just get as many of these guys going as we can. Strong. Yeah, we'll do that.
Seriously?
And yeah, let's place a glue gunner at each of these vertices. Get them upgraded as we can. I think I want to save up for some of these guys. So are the party balloons the Moab class?
Oh, come on.
Do I just do this until I don't want to anymore? Okay. It's got a costume on, so it can't be all bad.
Oh, come on.
Okay, so you, there. So which one's the party balloon?
Seriously?
Or, wait, okay, so there's... Where did my... Oh, there it is. Okay.
Moab, handle it.
Seriously? 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 Seriously?
No, okay, I can't reach that Boo Gunner.
Seriously?
Okay, so that is not going at all.
Oh, come on!
Like, I'm not going to be able to kill that Moab there.
Come on!
Oh, is it going to go all the way around? Oh, that might work then.
Oh, come on!
You're supposed to be targeting strong, which is going to be this one.
Come on! Seriously? Seriously? Seriously?
There's candy inside. It's a piñata. Come on, it needs 12,495.
Seriously?
Wait, there it is. That's what I need.
Moab, handle it. Big Bloon now.
Seriously?
Love of nature.
What's up with those blue Moabs being so fast?
Oh, come on!
Okay, no, he is firing. It's just... Wait, it has... Okay, so I've popped it twice, I think is what it's telling me
come
up
on.
here. Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Seriously? Seriously? Headshot.
No, that's... Feet. Okay, so let's... Another one of you go. Nope, strong. I want you to target strong.
Seriously? Headshot.
Got it on the first try.
Seriously?
I've popped it 10 times, it looks like.
BFB, handle it.
I guess I'll do one more and have it target first.
Moab, handle it. Nature prevails.
Or maybe last? Or close?
Big Bloon now, for the love of nature.
There we go. I don't know, what else is good at blowing up Moab class things? Let's do 3 shot.
Oh, come on!
And we're gonna set your target to be here.
Headshot. Oh, come on.
BFB, handle it.
Headshot. Seriously?
Oh boy, I'm glad I showed up for this party. Okay. So, this one sniper with full auto destroyed 280, almost 1,000 balloons. 17. Score to beat was 10. Cool. What do I get? My monkey money, that's it? Okay. Disable dialogue, that would be cool. But no, I don't want to replay right now. Interesting. Huh. There we go, these tails. Can't even get into this until level 40. Oh, tutorials. Oh, this is learning how to use the heroes. Oh, I could do those eventually. Okay. Okay, I gotta look at that later. All right, so Sunday. Maybe Fallout. Maybe I'll spin the wheel. I'm unsure at this point. But for now, that's gonna be it. So, what was that called again? Sunless Skies Sovereign Edition was not very stream friendly, so we got away from that. So everybody have a great night. Have a great start to your weekend. I'll see you Sunday. Until then, stay safe, stay hydrated. I am not hydrated right now because I forgot my water upstairs. And don't do anything I don't want to explain to the paramedics. I'll see you Sunday, same time.